Louis Blues with Randy Miller on tenor sax. And speaking of sax, the next tune you're going to hear is called Sax To The Max. So guess what instrument is featured? Yes, that's right. This is considered a medium swing tune for the entire sax section. The person who wrote it was started out with the Jackie Gleason variety show as a staff arranger, and he since has done a lot of arrangements for orchestras like the Glenn Miller, Lionel Hampton, and Jimmy Dorsey Orchestra. This one doesn't have any individual solos, but it has what's called soli sections. Soli is plural for solo, and if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. You'll understand when you listen to this. So anyway, Sax To The Max. Many of you, especially you that are a little bit older, may remember Mack The Knife as a tune that Bobby Darin made popular back in the late 1950s. But it originated in Germany in the 1920s as an instrumental with some lyrics in German. Since then, it's been done many times in many places. We're going to do it today with an interesting, I want to headline the fact that this is going to be an interesting arrangement. Anthony Agatiello, who is one of our trumpeters, says, or as I call them, the trumpeteers, and especially pay attention to the intro on it. I think you're going to find it very, really good. Anyway, the solos in here are Ian Schwindt on trombone and Mike Torres on trumpet. Well, that ought to get the blood flowing a little bit quicker. The next tune it calms down a bit. This one is called Misty, which you've probably heard. I'm sure it was written and originally recorded in 1954 by pianist Harold Garner. It since has been done in many places again. including versions by Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan. Today we've got our own star vocalist, Carly Shukiar, and she's going to be doing the vocal for us.
Look at me, I am as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand, I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play, or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I've lost? That's why I'm following you on my own. Would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty and too much in love. On my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty and too much in love. That music I hear, I'm too misty and too much in
The 1930s were a time when songs tended to evolve, and Glenn Miller had a big part in that. It was often that a song would be in one form earlier in the 30s, and when Glenn Miller and his arrangers got a hold of it, it became something else entirely. One of these was a piece called Now I Lay Me Down to Weep, which was actually a Glenn Miller song, but he got a hold of it later in the 30s. And it ended up being partnered with another tune that he was playing called Sunrise Serenade, so they decided to change the name of this one to Moonlight Serenade. The next tune was a product of the combined efforts of Duke Ellington and Billy Strayhorn, who for years, maybe decades, wrote a ton of tunes that became very famous. On this one, Ellington wrote the main melodic theme, and then he asked Strayhorn to harmonize it and orchestrate it. He did that. He also added lyrics, which unfortunately the lyrics were never performed and were lost. And later on, Johnny Mercer set some lyrics to this one. But he did contribute the name of the tune. He wanted it to be a tribute to his mother, and he called his mother Satin Doll. On the Sunny Side of the Street was written in 1930. It's credited to Jimmy McHugh, although there are folks who say that Fats Waller actually composed it, and it sounds like it could be his. The story there, though, is that perhaps he sold the rights for the money, And given Fats Waller's lifestyle, that's probably a credible story. But in any event, whoever wrote it, it's a great tune. So On the Sunny Side of the Street. The Way You Look Tonight was a tune written by Jerome Kern with words by Dorothy Fields. The first time it actually came out of the tune of the film Swing Time, and it was performed originally by Fred Astaire and won the Best Original Song Academy Award in 1936. Today, the vocal is going to be performed by Carly Shukiar.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Oh, well, you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart.
brings us to the end of our first set, but there's a lot more to come. We're going to have a short intermission, long enough to pass the hat.
How y'all doing today? I hope everyone's enjoying the program today. We got a good bunch of folks here that really enjoy bringing this music to you folks. I just want to let you know, for the folks that haven't been here to our concerts, the money's collected stay here at the church. They go to ministries at the church. The band, nobody in the band gets $1. They did get a raise this year, 0%, but nobody collects $1. This is all volunteer time. So, you know, the talent up here is just amazing. You know, I'm humbled by it. And for you folks that were here last year, if you remember, two charts we played were actually arranged by two of our band members. And this year, like we said before, Anthony did the arrangement of Mack The Knife. And to me, when you can put notes to a paper, that's pretty amazing. So where's Anthony? Where did he go? But, you know, Anthony's just a really good young talent that's been with us for years now, and we're lucky to have him. Here comes Anthony now. Give him a big hand. So, just one more quick note before we kick into this second set. Near as I can tell, going back to my records, this band has been playing for about 18 years, and so it might be 20, but it's at least 18. And so kind of the brainchild of this band was John Kuntz. So I just wanted you guys to give him some applause. It was his idea. He pulled some of us together, and we've been together ever since. And while the players come and go, it's still a good band to have around, and we're thankful that you guys come today. So we're going to kick off this next set, and we're going to go straight into a tune called Birdland.
This next tune is something I found really interesting. It's called "I Remember Clifford," and it's got quite a story, which I think you'll enjoy listening to this tune. This is referred to as a jazz threnody. Threnody may not mean much to you. It didn't to me either, so I had to look it up. It turns out it's a song, a hymn, or a poem of mourning composed or performed as a memorial to a dead person. This one was written by tenor sax player Benny Golson in memory of his friend Clifford Brown. They had worked together in Lionel Hampton's band, and unfortunately, Clifford died way too soon in an auto accident at the age of 25. So his friend Benny composed this, and I think you'll be able to hear the warmth of his friendship in this tune.
1, 2, 3.
I should mention that it was Mike Torres who did the solo on that. That was a good. Now,
Hey, Bruce. Yeah, you didn't get the up-to-date order. Yeah. We had a chart flown in last night, and we worked on it this morning. Yeah, I mean, look at this thing, man. Look at this. Yeah, we worked this up this morning. Yeah, we got time. We got time. We're going to work this thing in. This is a little Benny Goodman tune called Sing, Sing, Sing that he made pretty famous back in, I think, 37 at Carnegie Hall. And we have our own version of Gene Krupa and Rod Lowery on the drums. Sing, sing, and Jack is going to be on the clarinet. So sit back, strap in, hold on.
time really was an issue with that song back in those days, because those of you who remember 78 RPM records, there was just so much time on one side of a 78, so bands had to kind of figure out how to work with that. And speaking of time, the next tune is called "It's Been a Long, Long Time." And this actually came out towards the end of World War II, and it kind of reflected the fact that with returning soldiers, that sometimes it had been a really long time since they've seen their loved ones. I know with my family, it's an interesting story. My parents were engaged in autumn of 1943. Then my dad was shipped out in November to England to prepare for the D-Day invasion. And the next time they saw each other was January of 1946. Which happened to be 1 week before they were married, by the way. Anyway, it's been a long, long time. Kevin Irizarry-Santiago on alto sax, Anthony Agatiello on trumpet, and Carly Shukiar vocal. 5, 6,
that you would be standing here so close to me. There's so much I feel that I should say, but words can wait until some other day. Kiss me once, then kiss me twice, and kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they all were without you. So kiss me once, then kiss me twice, and kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time.
This next song, actually, you can think of it as bilingual. It was originally written in Spanish under the title Aquellos Ojos Verdes, which means those green eyes. Translated to English, it's just called Green Eyes. Since we're not bilingual in this audience, I don't think we are, the band will play the English translation of the of the instrumental version. I'll mention that Ian Schwindt was on trombone in that one, and Jack Lombard on tenor sax. That tune actually went back to the 1920s, so we're going to move up to the 1960s now, and Chicago Transit, which later became known as Chicago. This tune was written and sung by Robert Lamb, and the tune, it's called Does Anyone Really Know What Time It Is? going to move from the 1960s to the 1970s and hear one by Stephen Sondheim. It was written for a musical called The Little Night Music, and I got to tell you, I looked at, they described the plot line around this song, and it makes a soap opera. It's a soap opera on steroids. As a matter of fact, it is so bad that the Hallmark Channel would never, it would have been over the top for the Hallmark Channel. So, but the song is really great, and it's called Send in the Clowns. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I skipped Charlie on a solo a while back, but he has a big one here. He had Charlie Manship on piano and Anthony Agatiello on trumpet. But we're going to kind of close things out here with the way you should close things out with a Glenn Miller tune. You could say a lot of introduction, a lot of words. Let me just tell you the tune name. It's In the Mood. Swing low. I'm just wondering, would you like to hear a little bit more? Okay. You know what the encore means? It's a French word meaning the audience wants more. So that's what you're going to get. I'm not going to need to tell you the name of this tune. Let me just tell you that Kevin Irizarry-Santiago is going to be on alto sax, and Carly Shukiar is on his vocal. There's nothing I can say after that, except may God bless the rest of your day.